following broadcast is brought to you by Sister Mary's, a safe haven for every troglodyte. Sister Mary's has been operational for over 45 years, bringing you the finest in metahuman health. Sister Mary's. Now to your scheduled broadcast.
Let's get started. Everybody wakes up to the sound of a klaxon going off in the background. Upon opening your eyes, you are floating in a clear but kind of bluish liquid as it slowly starts draining away, and a door opens up. A clear plastic-like door opens up and pops up after the liquid is drained out. There is a mask attached to your face, and it seems to be the only thing that is attached to you in this pod that you're in.
I want to take the mask off.
Okay. Take the mask off. It's a simple clasp at the back of your neck.
Oh, yeah, I
And it covers your nose and face. And mouth, excuse me.
So floating or the
liquid's drained out, yes.
I step out of the pod.
Okay. Make me a intuition plus reaction test as you step out. Okay.
I got 4 hits.
You narrowly avoid somebody slamming into you as they crawl out of a pod to your left and start running. They take 4 steps before a beam shoots through their forehead and out through the back, cauterizing the wound as it flashes through. Vinny, what are you doing?
I kind of see that person swing by and get shot in the head, and I'm like, well, this pod's
Well, you're still in your pod.
Yeah, like, I saw him run by, though.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, perhaps stepping outside of the vehicle is not the wisest choice at the moment.
Okay.
But, against his better judgment, he kind of, pulls out the gear in his body and assesses what's going on. Maybe peeks out to see if he can see anything from, like, the direction of the shot.
Okay, roll me a perception test.
Two hits.
Okay. You are in a pod that is built into the ground. It is at a 45-degree angle to get out of the pod, right? Next to you on your right is another pod, and to your left are 2 more pods. One of which you see Cornelius standing out of, a large troll. Further down on your left at the end, you see on a raised platform a giant robot being assembled with various cables and things sticking out of it. Behind you are rows and rows of other pods with people standing out looking disheveled and panicked. Around you, as some of them are stepping out, you see beams of energy slicing through them. Some of them get cut in half. Others, a hole just bores through their body and they drop to the ground lifeless. You hear the sounds of klaxons, and in front of you are further still more pods looking out. NoName, what are you doing?
I feel sharp pain, and I start waking up. My vision is extremely blurry, trying to make sense of what's going on, and I just try to step out.
Okay, as you try to step out, your face is pulled forwards as you have a face mask attached to covering pretty much your nose and mouth area.
So I'll go ahead and try to take that all off.
Okay, it's a very simple thing. It's a clasp at the back of your neck.
So I start messing with it, start getting the clasp, and I release it, and I take a deep breath, and I just feel nothing but strong headaches, and just my vision, as I think it was starting to get better, gets a little bit worse. And then I started suddenly realizing where I am. I'm kind of outside of it, and I'm standing there and I'm trying to remember who I am.
Okay. When you look inwards to the last thing you remember, you realize there's nothing but blackness there. You don't remember anything. And that causes a moment of panic. Why don't you roll me a composure test, please?
5 hits.
5 hits? Okay. You feel panic slowly start to creep up your spine, and for a moment it threatens to take over your entire consciousness of, oh shit, I don't remember who or what or where I am, and you're filled with this need to run, but you manage to grab it and force it under control, and you're able to take stock of, yourself and like, okay, this sucks, but I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay. So I'm basically fighting within myself, but I'm staying there, trying to struggle, but
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah. What do you do now?
I immediately look to my surroundings.
Okay, why don't you roll me a perception test, please?
Two hits.
2 hits. Okay. You see much of the scene that I described for Vinny. There are tons of people running around. You and the rest of the people that you see are all wearing these skin tight, semi-reflective, bluish gray suits, with booties on. Cool. And that's pretty much all you see, as like I said, with the scene that I described for Vinny.
I'm like,
There's people running around, there's people stepping out of these pods, people are getting shot with beams of energy,
And I am completely lost on what's happening and terrified at the same time.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So what do? You guys see each other standing about, gaping in horror at your surroundings.
I want to turn to the 2 closest people to me and go, we should probably run.
Yeah, no shit. Really not like to get sliced in half like, some fine deli ham here.
I start jogging with like the flow of traffic.
I
Okay.
go follow.
You follow?
I see, kind of take one more look at the robot, or the robot that's being built there, and kind of run whatever direction that is, and so along with them.
I want to shout over my shoulder like, my grandfather told me of the great prisoner break in 2041. Novosibirsk. Big time.
A lot of gulags.
Yeah, what a Google.
Okay. As you guys are running, which way do you want to run? Do you want to run left or right?
Right.
Right? Okay.
I follow him, right?
I followed the large troll. Worst comes to worst, he's a human shield. Well,
Okay.
troll shield.
You guys
Silver shield.
walk, you guys jog maybe 2 meters, and then there is a large walkway that seems to have a ton of people milling about. Following them, as you guys are all running, slowly everybody starts to speed up in their run. There's screams, there's panicked screams and crying. People drop left and right. You get to a door where traffic seems to be stopped at, and people are banging against the door, and while beams of energy start slicing apart at the people in the back.
Jeez.
Everybody roll me a intuition plus reaction test, please.
I got 4 hits.
4 hits.
Where it's
All right. You guys manage to narrowly avoid each a beam of energy as it comes slicing down at a horizontal way and drop prone as it slices into the people behind you.
Is there like a broom closet or like side door to be ducked
Why don't you
into?
roll me a perception test to figure that out?
No hits.
No, you can't seem to spot anything there. There's a lot of people dying. You got a little bit of person on you in your eyes.
I turn to my two friends and go like, can either of you get it through a door?
And I go ahead and take that step and see if I can go through a door.
And eyes through a door.
Materialize through it or to hack the
'cause
door?
I feel like this
Okay,
is a
when you try to
supernatural
go
place.
push through, you run face first into this door.
And my headache just
Yeah,
becomes even
you
worse.
bang your head pretty good on this door. You take that confident step like, I should be able to go through this door. It is a fact. And then you just like, blam.
Can I tell what kind of like is it like a door, like a metal, like just like a
It's a maglock door.
maglock?
Blast style door or
Yeah, and it's held open together by like, so it comes down and up. There's a panel actually right to the next of it that seems to have several people like trying to work at it to take it apart and stuff.
I have a vintage films knowledge, and I say to my friends, this is a lot like Star Wars.
Thank you. Yes, clearly this is the time to begin doing this. And so can I look further at like a side entrance or at least see how close these whatever's destroying people, how far they are from us? Yeah, can I like look around either for like another exit, or
Yeah, roll me a perception
or the
test.
guy like see how far the things are behind me? That too, like whatever the hell is attacking us. 2 hits.
2 hits. You see some other people running off back the way that you guys were coming from, saying that they were gonna go look for other exits that way as well. There's not much more. There aren't any more doors in this area.
Can I like see how close the whatever like the laser things are behind us, like how far they are? Because we know that the back of the crowd.
You see what seems to be a system of turrets at the top of the building. You know, where the roof is, which is, let's call it maybe 20 meters up.
Okay.
It's in the hallway.
Yeah.
Seen it in the hallway.
Well, it's not so much a hallway as it's
Like between buildings.
more of like the entrance to what might be this lab, this area where the pods are held at.
I look at you. Any chance we could actually pull these doors open? You and me, Jumbo?
Okay, I'll try, and then I like take a big punch at the control panel.
and I'm just
Okay.
looking
Roll
at
me
this.
an arm attack.
I'm just looking at this, trying to recover from that door bump that I got.
When you look around you and you look down, you seem to have a leather belt on that seems to have 2 holsters on it, but there aren't any guns on there. When you look at it, you feel an affinity to it. Feels right that it's on you. You haven't noticed it before because it's supposed to be there. When you look at it and you notice it, that's what you feel.
So I'm just kind of like touching these, and there's like
Yeah.
there's something missing in these holsters.
So what do you guys do?
I
You
got 6 hits.
got 6 hits on your punch? Yeah, you punch the hell out of this control panel. Sparks fly. Immediately, a guy who was plugged into it starts convulsing and bleeds out of his nose. Why don't you...
Oh, there was a guy plugged into it?
Yeah, why don't you roll me an edge test real quick?
Yeah, okay. I got 1 hit.
Okay, the door does pop open. Congratulations, you've opened this door that was blocking everybody's way. People start pouring in. You hear screams as people some people are pulled under and trampled in the panic to get out. What do you do?
Yeah, I guess I just run. I just run
Yeah.
with everybody, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then everybody give me a running test. Give me one.
Critical glitch.
Weird. No name. You are rolling.
Does that mean you're gonna have to like give yourself a name?
Post that your roll misses as well, correct?
Yes.
2 hits.
2 hits.
3 hits.
3 hits. How close are you guys following to the troll?
I'm staying behind the largest person, so it's probably him, pretty close behind.
Okay. And you?
And I am trying to go ahead and try to get cover from this big ass.
So are you going like behind? So putting him behind you? Mm-hmm. Okay. As he starts taking a step, somebody seems to trip him. You hear a damn trog as that happens. And why don't you roll me your reaction plus intuition to avoid having him fall on you
Oh,
and also trip you up.
bigger they are, they say.
3 hits.
3 hits. You manage to dodge out of the way, but he still kind of clips you and you stagger a little bit as he falls down. The press of people has thinned out as most of them have moved forward now. A few stragglers and those who have been hit by the beam but haven't been, killed because of the damage. What do you guys do?
Or I try to recover and try to take my stance.
Okay.
And then as I see those waves, I just kind of look at the orc and I look at Vinny.
I'm sorry.
And I'm just looking at them and I'm kind of like still like waiting on their reaction.
Running now would be good. So I run by and try and pick up the large trolls. So he opened the door, I at least owe him that much.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to make you roll for that.
And as he's doing that, I'm kind of constantly looking back and forth.
Does that mean that you're like looking around?
I'm just kind of panicking and looking,
Okay.
trying to like find out what's next, what's gonna trip me, what's gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.